With UFC 264 only a week away, Joe Rogan recently spoke on the trilogy and said that it was strange to see Conor McGregor change his fighting style for the second fight. He also said that he's unsure whether he'll be able to win the fight. Speaking on the JRE podcast, he went on to say, "It's so strange to see like the Dustin Poirier fight, the first fight with Conor, then the second fight with Conor, how different it was. Just kicking the calf, shutting him down. Conor has that southpaw stance, heavy on that front leg, puts a lot of weight down there. It's going to be hard to figure out because Conor did hurt him. He did rock him in the second fight. Dustin admitted it. He said in the first round he rang his bell. Ultimately Dustin won, so you got to think that he can win again. Conor never switches stances either. It's very rare, he doesn't box. His power hand is for sure his left hand. I'm sure he'll make an adjustment." Just recently, fans spotted a graze on Conor McGregor's elbow on one of his photos on his Instagram, where many had thought he had caught a staph infection. A fan tweeted at Conor McGregor saying, "Conor, please tell me you don't have a staph infection." Conor McGregor responded back saying no, just vicious brain-damaging elbows. A 3-round welterweight bout between Sean Brady vs Kevin Lee has been rebooked for a UFC card on August 28th. Sean Brady is coming off a submission win over Jake Matthews, and Kevin Lee is coming off a submission loss to Charles Oliveira. A 3-round lightweight bout between Diego Ferreira vs Grant Dawson has been targeted for a UFC card on October 2nd. Diego Ferreira is coming off a TKO loss to Gregor Gillespie, and Grant Dawson is coming off a KO win over Leonardo Santos. Michael Bisping on the Believe in Me podcast gives his thoughts on Alexander Gustafsson returning against Paul Craig.
Our friend of the show, Paul Craig, who joined us recently, the Scotsman, he's fighting Alexander Gustafsson, which is surprising to me because Gustafsson, who was his last fight? Because he retired for a while when he got knocked out, submitted by Anthony Smith via rear naked choke in Stockholm. I feel sorry for Anthony Gustafsson. Sorry, Alexander Gustafsson, Alexander Gustafsson, because every time he seems to have fought in Sweden, it never went his way. Remember, he fought, Rumble Johnson, he got knocked out. Then he fought Anthony Smith, he got choked out. You know, when you go to your own city and you're an international guy like Alexander Gustafsson, and the show's being put on, it's all about you, and it's in your hometown or your home city, and you lose twice. You know, it's a tough pill to swallow. Obviously, we all have an expiry date, and the older you get, it does get a little bit, it gets harder, and you slow down, the reaction slowed down. I mean, I know a couple of fights before that, when he fought Glover Teixeira, he looked absolutely sensational. His boxing was faster than ever, sharp as ever, and he's a great guy. So I'm not trying to knock him whatsoever, but he's awesome. You know, he's an awesome guy. He's a very, very nice, he's a gentleman. But just lately hasn't been getting the results. But he's come back. Who did he fight for Fabrizio Verdum? Yeah, so John Jones stopped him, TKO round 3. Then he fought Anthony Smith. He got choked out round 4. Then he retired, but he came back just over a year later and fought Fabrizio Verdum, lost via armbar on Fight Island in the first round. So I thought he retired again, but anyway, he's coming back fighting Paul Craig. Big opportunity for Paul Craig. That's by far, I was going to say, the biggest name that he would have fought, but obviously he fought Shogun twice. But Shogun, I mean, if this was 2004 Shogun, of course, I think Paul even admitted when he came on, he said he knows Shogun was a little diminished, but even still, 2 good solid victories, and now fighting Alexander Gustafsson. That's huge. If Paul Craig can pull this off, then that's finally like the big name that he wanted. Remember when he came on, he was talking about saying, you know, he wants someone recognizable. He's fought a lot of tough competition, but not necessarily names outside of Shogun that are household names. But certainly Gustafsson, he ticks that box for sure. If he stayed on the feet, I think I'd have to favour Gustafsson. He's very tall, he's got the reach, and he's probably got better boxing. But we've seen Paul Craig has a habit of surprising everybody, beating people, winning fights that maybe he shouldn't supposed to win. His last fight against Jamal Hill, Jesus Christ, he snapped that arm in no time. So he's a man that you should never underestimate.
Everyone, just got meniscus surgery. Feeling good. It was quick, feeling fresh. I'll be back soon, guys. Much love. Positive surgery, mandatory cuddles. Homeboy. This guy definitely helps make me feel better.
Anthony Smith on Sirius XM gives his thoughts on Joe Schilling's bar incident.
I guess just the difference on my outlook is I just know Joe. I just know Joe. So it's like if you take 5 fighters and you put them in the exact same situation and you put me, Joe Schilling, and then just three fighters that are notable, and you say
Yeah.
Someone's going to get in your face and flinch at you like they're going to hit you. Who's going to respond first?
Gonna talk about
Gonna be Joe Schilling every single time. So I don't think that it's not great. It's not a great look, kind of just for the sport in general. But there is a piece of me that there's a part of me that empathizes with Joe. He is cuddly. He's crazy amongst crazy. Like he's crazy even amongst a room full of people like me. Like when there's a room full of people, it's me and a bunch of other fighters, and Joe Schilling, he's absolutely the one that people know, like that's the crazy guy. And that's the weird thing, is like he's super
what an endorsement, by the way.
Yeah, he's nuts within a group of people that are crazy. So I do empathize, man, because he's a super nice guy. He really is. So like he's not the type of dude that just runs around just KO and just common folk. It's just that's not him. So I guess in that situation, I do think like, all right, that guy must have been really being an ass, or maybe he thought he was really going to get hit. Like the fighter reaction is real, like I've been woke up out of a dead sleep before and been ready to fight.
Prolonged fasting is not made for everybody, but maybe it could help you. It's worth investigating. I personally do it because I believe it boosts my immune system, burns fat, helps me with inflammation and aging. If you try to do it, make sure you do it during your most busiest day, so it will keep your mind occupied. Good luck.